Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video here today on the channel. And today I have a really good one guys for you. Today we're going to be going over 6 emotes that were removed, eliminated, completely removed from the game, and they will no longer be seen ever in Fortnite Battle Royale ever again. These emotes could have been some of your favorites, but the main thing is that we're going to be going over in today's video is that these were actually removed. All 6 of these emotes were actually gone, and probably we'll never see them again. Most likely there's a 95% chance that we'll never see these emotes again in Fortnite Battle Royale, so stay tuned to find out what they are. So without further ado, let's get straight into the lists. So as you guys know, there's a bunch of Fortnite emotes right now. There's like probably over 50 of these things, and a lot of them vary from like, you know, dances to just movement, simple movements, dances with like songs, just anything along those lines. You guys already know how emotes in Fortnite work, and there's been a bunch that have actually been removed, and today we're going over that section in particular. Let's talk about the first emote that was removed from Fortnite Battle Royale, and that is going to be the dab emote. Now you may be asking, why Retrex is this removed from Fortnite? Well, if you guys remember the season, I believe 2 or even season 1 potentially, dab emote was actually released in Fortnite Battle Royale, but then a couple of weeks ago there was actually an emote that came out that is actually called the infinite dab, and it's basically like 10 times better than the original dab. I'm just gonna basically show you guys a dab versus an infinite dab, and you guys are going to be the judge of what one you think is actually better. So as you guys can see, the dab is very plain. It has no music, it's just like one movement and then it just ends. Meanwhile, with the infinite dab, it has music, it has more movement, and it's infinite, so you don't need to keep pressing the emote button over and over to actually activate it. You can literally just do this emote for how long you actually want to do it, and this makes the dab look very, very bad. And just because of this, Epic Games actually decided that it was best for them to just remove the dab and never to return it to the shop again, because they realized what a bad mistake they have done adding it in the first place. So yes guys, the dab was actually removed. Now let's go on to the second emote that was actually removed from Fortnite Battle Royale, and this is going to be the chicken, guys. Yes, possibly the worst emote in Fortnite Battle Royale history. Yes, I'm going to throw that out there and say that because I personally hate this emote so much. When I saw this in the shop, I just cringed so hard because I had like some random thoughts going through my head. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know like how this was even a chicken, and then I didn't realize like what they were thinking adding it. So yeah, let's just have a look at this emote and discuss why it is removed. So basically, where do I start from this, guys? As you guys just saw, the chicken, in quotation marks, chicken. You guys know a chicken is supposed to be basically a feathered animal that I guess just does the chicken sounds, walks around like a chicken, but this just doesn't match up with a chicken. Like, is it just me, guys, or do you also think that this just does not resemble a chicken in any way, shape, or form? I mean, fair enough, for the sound effects, it does kind of sound like a chicken, but like, what chicken claps and hops around on one leg? Unless Epic Games are from like a country where chickens clap and dance on one leg, then I'm sure that they've got this one completely wrong, and this is simply why the chicken emote was like removed, because a lot of people got angry because they were like, well, what's this like emote? Like, it's just a waste of an emote. We could have had something way better than this, Epic Games. And when this emote was actually in the shop 2 or 3 times, no one like really bought it. Like 10% of, probably less than 10% of people actually bought this emote, and this is why Epic Games decided to not release it again, because they thought that no one likes this emote and it wasn't really getting bought as much as they thought. Next, we're on to the third emote that was removed from Fortnite, and this is going to be Storm Salutation. And guys, you might have seen this one leaked everywhere. This was in the game files a couple of months ago. Up to this day, this thing is like not been released, and this is supposed to be a green emote, and basically this is what it looks like here. As you guys see, this is basically the thing from Dark Souls. I'm pretty sure everyone's been saying this is from Dark Souls, where basically the character like raises his hands and like praises the sun or whatever he does. But I'm pretty sure Fortnite aren't releasing this. For one thing is because they're too scared of like either getting copyrighted by Dark Souls, or maybe Dark Souls saw that this was leaked and then they contacted Epic Games and told them, look, can you please not copy our like game, like emotes please? And then they probably did a mutual agreement like to not add this emote in the final stages, and that's probably how it was removed from the game files itself, I guess, because this was actually going to come to the game for a long time. But I just have a feeling that there's some like copyright issues behind this, or maybe potentially there's no copyright issues, and Epic Games just decided that this wouldn't fit the game quite as well as they'd expect it to. Because honestly, looking at this emote, I really don't like understand the concept of this emote. Like your character is literally just like raising his hands up, puts them down, and then that's it. Like, I don't really understand. It's nothing like popular, I guess, like the dab. Fair enough, the dab was actually popular. I've never seen anyone do this, so maybe that's why they actually didn't add it into the game. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you actually would like or would not like the Storm Salutation emote to come to Fortnite Battle Royale. Moving on to the fourth emote that was deleted from Fortnite Battle Royale and completely eliminated was the Rocket Spinner emote. Now you're probably thinking, well, Retrex, the Rocket Spinner emote is currently in Fortnite. I even have it myself. So you're thinking like, how was this removed? Well, I'm talking about a different variation of the Rocket Spinner, and this is the non-holographic version. I'm just gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. So as you guys can see, the Rocket Spinner, when it was actually leaked in its like beta stages, you can see that it looked so much cooler. I don't know why Epic Games decided to change it to holographic, because if you actually looked at the rockets when he was spinning on them, they're not holographic, they look like real rockets, like he's actually spinning on real rockets. And now in Fortnite, all we have is this Rocket Spinner remote that he's like gliding on like some computer made like holographic rockets. It just doesn't make it look nowhere near as cool. And besides the point that it looks so much similar to the Rocket Rodeo emote, I just think that they should have spiced it up and at least not made it holographic so it looked a little bit different. And yeah, that's just technically another emote that they deleted because they were going to make it non-holographic, but now sadly they made it holographic. Number 5 is dance moves, the original default dance that all no skins use in Fortnite Battle Royale. Yes guys, believe it or not, this one was actually removed. Now I know what you're thinking, it's still in the game. Again, it's another variation of what this actual dance was, and this was actually at the time where I started playing as well. I'm proud to say that I was actually playing Fortnite at the time when this dance was around. And the thing that was removed about this dance is actually the third variation, the third version, the third little jingle about this default dance, and I'm going to play it for you right now and then tell you why it was removed. Now the story for why that third like basically dance music part of the default dance was removed and the first two are still in the game is simply because of copyright, because I forgot like what the song is called, but I'll throw it up on the screen right now. That's the name of the song that basically Fortnite used to actually put into this default dance move, and I'm pretty sure they didn't probably ask for permission, but they probably didn't think anything was going to happen. However, the people that actually created this song did file a copyright claim and now they had to remove the dance. Kind of sad times guys, because this dance actually does bring back a lot of good memories. Let's just put a rip in the chat for this one. Everyone just type in RIP for the default dance. I guess we're all sad now that this dance is removed, but however, potentially they're planning on adding a new default dance move to replace that one that we could potentially look up to in the future and have it be replaced for that one. And finally, last but not least, the sixth emote that was actually removed from Fortnite Battle Royale was FREESTYLIN. Now guys, as you know, facial expression in emotes play a huge role. If you have a good emote with like crappy facial expressions on the skin, it does kind of like reduce the how good the actual emote is. So the facial expressions actually do make it look a lot cooler. As you know, the jubilation, the person's like facial expression is like quite crazy. He's like super wild, excited, and that's what makes that emote super funny. Now in FREESTYLIN, there was actually a first version that Fortnite released into the game, and the facial expressions were just absolutely nutty. I'm just gonna roll the clip for you guys. So yeah, if you guys don't think that that is absolutely terrifying, and that if you're not expecting that to be under your bed tonight when you're sleeping, then I don't know what you're doing, because this thing is absolutely terrifying. Now I actually see why they actually removed this from the game, because the facial expressions were just like so aggressive, so like terrifying. Like, it's a children's game, no wonder they removed those facial expressions, and then now they replaced it with the different ones. Here they are. And it just suits it a lot better. It just doesn't make it look as aggressive. It makes it look more passionate, like more, you know, normal. So yeah, a lot of you guys probably didn't know about that last FREESTYLIN one. Even myself, I literally only found out yesterday when I was going to make this video. I'm actually quite glad that I found that out, because it is quite funny to look at. That's basically going to wrap it up for this video about the 6 emotes that were removed from Fortnite Battle Royale by Epic Games. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this one, and hopefully if you guys did enjoy this one, let me know in the comments down below another topic of basically an emote video, so you might want to see emotes that are going to be added, the emotes that have been changed, or anything else along those lines. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see about some other emotes in Fortnite Battle Royale. That's all I've got to say. Remember to leave a like, click the top link in the description below to get yourself some free V-Bucks, and I'll see you all in the next one, and peace.